Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're regular here, you know the score. I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today we're taking a look at a Canon lens, and it's a Canon EF lens fitted to my Canon EOS R. And here it is. What a beast. It's for Canon L 17-40. It's a really old lens. This came out, I think it's over 10 years ago. And I love the lens hood. I think it's a really sexy, huge, great lens hood. So anyway, we digress. We're not talking about lens hoods, but that does fit on there rather nicely. Really high quality fitting. Now, those that aren't into Canon, and I never really used to be big into Canon, I'll just let you know that the L range is their premium ones. It's their professional range. It's their highest quality range. So when this came out, this lens would have been, you know, at the much higher end of their quality range of lenses. So of course the image quality would be second to none because it is an L lens. Now, I purchased this lens because it's cheap. Simple as that, really. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I've got so many cameras and lenses. I've got wide angle lenses for me Sonys. I've got one for the Fuji. I didn't want to spend a fortune on one for the Canon. I thought I would have to resort to, you know, one of Canon's cheapy lenses. But I got this second hand from Wex Photographic here in the UK for 290 quid. And it came boxed. And it's pretty much mint. I thought they'd sent me a new one. I mean, they are a great company and they really do pride themselves on customer service and sending out good quality stock. Just so you know though, they're not sponsoring this. I just actually really do like the company. It's a Canon L 17-40 f4 throughout its entire range, which is great for video because the aperture won't change as you zoom in and out. So because it's fitted to my Canon EOS R, it looks bulkier than what it really is, because obviously I'm using the EF to RF adapter. So you can see there the adapters on the R. The great thing with the R, when you take a lens off, the shutter comes down, so it protects the lens of the camera body from any dust getting onto the sensor, and it protects the sensor from any damage. So that's the L 17-40. It's reasonably compact. I don't know how light it is or how heavy it is. I'll put that in the link so you can see how heavy this lens is. I'm very pleased with this lens. It's had mixed reviews. It would do because it's an old lens, but I find it perfectly sharp enough for what in fact I find it incredibly sharp. I've got a very good friend who's a professional wedding photographer, and this is what he calls his third lens. He uses it at the wedding reception for wide angle shots, group shots and all the rest of it. So it is you know, a really nice lens. The zoom on it is beautiful. It's really creamy, smooth zoom. And this is, as I say, a second-hand copy. So that's a really nice zoom. A really lovely focus ring. Now, I'm not one for manual focusing, so I'm not the person to really ask how good it is at manual focusing. And it has got your focus guide in a little window. You see there, I would never use it, but you can see, you know, where you are on the focus scale. Whether you're at infinity or the zooms, the focus area, whether you're at infinity or, you know, or not. So for some people that will be useful. Certainly not for me. I don't really give a hoot. And then on the side here you've got your autofocus and manual focus switch. Now, it hasn't got image stabilization. You'd have to spend more money on the 16-35 to get image stabilization. So there is no image stabilization in this lens. So just be careful. You've got to keep your shutter speed up a little bit higher. Because certainly on the EOS R and the EOS RP, because with these cameras there is no image stabilization built into the body of the camera. But it feels great, even with this adapter. So on a Canon DSLR, it's going to be great. It's going to feel really good. So the images that come off this lens are really, really nice images. The center sharpness is great, but edge sharpness, it does go just marginally softer. You kind of would expect that. It's an old technology lens. It isn't one of the modern lenses. If you look at the Canon 16-35 EF, the f4 EF one, it's well over, well, not well over, it's over £1,000. And if you look at the RF 16-35, that's even more expensive again. So I will put in the description below, I'll put a link to some of the photographs that I've taken. Only a few, because I've not been able to get out to take many photographs, but you'll see some of the photographs that I've taken using the Canon 17-40 hour lens. Interestingly, a lot of these samples have been taken on my Sony A7C, which is a bit bonkers really, isn't it? But one of the lovely things with buying Canon EF lenses, I can adapt them to work on my Sony A6600 and my Sony A7C, because I've got the MC11 adapter that you see here. Now this was originally designed by Sigma for mounting Sigma art lenses, Canon EF lenses on your Sony bodies. Now I've been mounting Canon EF lenses on my Sony bodies, and the autofocus works just as well, works great. But apart from one thing, there is one really important thing to note. Using the the Sigma MC11 adapter is great for stills. The autofocus works a treat. I autofocus all of it, but it don't work in video, which is really bizarre really. It goes into manual focus, and I don't know why. I have no idea. Obviously it's a incompatibility issue between the Canon EF lens and the MC11 adapter. But a lot of these sample stills were taken on the Sony A7C, because I didn't have the Canon EOS R at the time I took those samples, because I bought the lens for my RP. So there you go. But yeah, that's fitted to me Canon EOS R. Nice looking lens, nice image quality. As I say, there'll be in the description below, there'll be samples to my Flickr page where you can actually see them. Yeah, great lens. I'm not sure what else I can say about it at this stage until I've taken a lot more photographs with it. But as I say, what I can say though, 300 quid for a used one, 600 quid for a new one. Hope you found that useful. Please subscribe to my channel if you do like the content of this channel. It really helps me grow it, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate every single person that has subscribed. It means a lot to me. It gives me the incentive and the motivation to want to produce more content. So really appreciate that, and thanks very much. And stay tuned if you want to see more videos on video, photography and audio. Thanks very much, and stay tuned for more. Thanks very much. Bye.